Hey guys, I'm Kate. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to my Reading Rush vlog, which is going to include my TBR, the actual vlog of the week, and the fun video challenges. Woo! For those not familiar, the Reading Rush is a big booktube slash bookstagram slash book event that happens every year right in the middle of July's Camp NaNoWriMo, which is difficult, but we're going to do it. It's going to be fine. I'm gonna be fine. So this video is also going to include my writing for the week on Meridian Maps number 4. I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. So there are 7 reading challenges and my TBR is just 3 books. So 3 books are going to complete all 7 challenges. The first book was hiding. Haha. The 5th season by N.K. Jemisin. It is the first book in the Broken Earth series. Don't fall. It's also our AuthorTube chat book club pick of the month. So really I'm just crossing all goals with this selection. It starts with the 5th season. And it's also a genre that I've always wanted to read more of, speculative fiction. And by more, I just mean at all. I don't think I've ever read a book in this genre before. I'm excited. Now I have read the first 4 chapters or so of this book, but I was doing it in my Libby app and I was kind of making notes as I went. So now I have the paperback copy from the library and I'm excited to continue on in this format with paper. The next book on my TBR is The Well of Ascension. It's a Miss Boerne novel. It is the 2nd book of the series. This is achieving the challenge of the first book I touched because I am in fact in the middle of reading it. On about page 168 or so now. I actually read some of it this morning after my run. I completed Couch to 10K, week 10, day 1. And I also remembered to actually stretch after my run. So I took this book outside and read it outside with Duke, which is another one of the challenges I hope to complete with this book specifically. I have been reading a chapter or so by the pool usually. To be fair, I also read chapters in bed, but like, it's a challenge, we're gonna try. Now, if you thought I was stretching the rules a little bit because I'd already started 2 of the books on my Reading Rush TBR, then just you wait for the 3rd book that is going to actually achieve 3 of the challenges. So first off, I needed a book that matched my birthstone, which is a ruby. This is where having rainbow shells finally came in handy because I just went over and moseyed on over to the red section of my shelves and tried to find a book that had been turned into a movie where I'd watched the movie but had not yet read the book. This proved harder than I thought. So while I was in that section, and because I have weirdly organized things, my eye line just went down a little bit. It went down to the classics and I saw Emma. Pulling Emma out, I was so lucky that there was a hint of red. Debatably not even ruby red, but like a hint of red on the cover because that is how I'm stretching this goal. Do you see? In her bow and also her lips and debatably her cheeks. It takes place on a continent that is not my own. That's one of the challenges. And I have seen and have loved forever the movie Clueless, which is a loose adaptation of Emma. We work with what we got. So, now that we have our books, we have the full TBR, it is time to begin the rush, the reading rush. But I am gonna do one other thing first, cross through a video challenge because I need coffee and I've waited all this time just so I could do it on camera. Thank you, Mr. Coffee. Thank you. Should you do this before you put the paper in? Yes, but I was a little overzealous. Yes. And now through the powers of editing, my coffee is ready. Also, apparently I spilled some. No. There we go. Yay. What a good puppy you are. Go ahead, bud. That's gonna come back. Made it to page 200. Oh, the little hummingbirds there. 2 little hummingbirds. Oh, oh, it's a fight. Oh no, oh no. I did have one that was sitting up there while I was reading. It was really nice. But it's actually getting too hot out here, even in the shade. So it is time. What a great angle for me, huh? Little top up. And now it's time for meridian maps number 4. Woo. Woo. So the interesting thing here, and I don't know why I just thought about this now, but I'm breaking one of my old rules. I used to have this rule that I didn't read in the genre that I was writing at the time, or I could, but not where the voices were similar, and that if it was third-person fantasy, I would not be writing a third-person fantasy. Well, Meridian Maps number 4 is a third-person fantasy, and The Wall of Ascension is a third-person fantasy. So I think part of this is because I've gotten better. I think I'm a better writer now, but also 4 books in, I think I just really know the voice, the narration aspect of my book, so that when I have another book, it doesn't actually mess me up any. It's just interesting, feeling sort of reflective, I guess. I don't know. But I did just get 410 words. I've actually been skipping around a little bit. Once I figured out the last third of the book, I've actually been writing a little bit more here and there. These small scenes that almost act as transition scenes, because we're gonna get into a pretty big battle of sorts. We're gonna have some ship fights. We're gonna have a siege that we're dealing with. So it's very exciting and very fun, but I need to write these few scenes to kind of get me through some big moments. So that's what I've been doing. Again, it's interesting, as I've outlined more of the story, I feel like these connection bits actually tend to be harder sometimes than the scenes that I know for sure, the scenes that would be on more bullet point lists. Does that make sense? And this connection scene that I'm writing is a very important one, because it's about to act as the catalyst for what propels Annalisa to do something that's gonna have ramifications in book 5. So it's very important. It's just not something that would be the, like, would not hit a bullet point necessarily, or a bigger bullet point. We're not at the siege yet. That's what I'm saying. Oh, I think my neighbor can see me talking to the camera. Hi, neighbor. Bye, neighbor. But I do have a couple of emails to write, and then I'm going to actually switch over to Emma, and I'm gonna find the audiobook version so I can multitask things a little bit. Yeah, let's get those emails done. Send. The only other Jane Austen book I've read was Pride and Prejudice. I actually read it for our Cooking with Classics episode. Pride and Prejudice has an iconic opening line. So I am very curious. I'm going to read the first line, and then I'm going to open up the YouTube version. Oh, there's an introduction. I don't want the intro. Emma. Emma Woodhouse, handsome, clever, and rich, with a comfortable home and happy disposition, seemed to unite some of the best blessings of existence, and had lived nearly 21 years in the world with very little to distress or vex her. We're gonna get a history. Okay. Not iconic in the same way. Not really at all. But I'm still excited to read it. I'm actually more excited to listen to it. Because the copyright is up, I just searched Emma audiobooks, so we're just gonna see.
Emma by Jane Austen, Volume 1, Chapter 1. Emma Woodhouse, handsome, clever, and rich, with a
Okay, so while I listen, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to do summer cleaning and go through all of my stuff. I either have things that I want to get rid of that I finally realized from the last time I did this that I'm just not gonna wear them, or this NaNoWriMo shirt from when I was an ML. I went ahead and cropped it based off of this other one that I know I really like. It's a little bit shorter just because the shirt was shorter, but I had this like stain. There you can see it a little bit. Just a pretty big circle. So, yay, now I might actually wear this again. Or I'm gonna see about turning some of the stuff that I really like into a tank top or something, and we'll see if I can do anything with the scraps. So that is my project for like the week, honestly. And maybe as I'm going through my closet, I will be able to check off another one of the video goals, which is to like dress as one of the characters. We'll see. Despite my abundance of t-shirts, I don't actually have that many other clothes.
Seemed to unite some of the best blessings of existence, and had lived nearly 21 years in the world with very little to distress or vex her. Depend upon it, a man of 6 or 7 and 20 can take care of himself. End of Chapter 1. Volume 1, Chapter 2 of Emma.
Okay, so I don't know a lot about Emma besides from Clueless and like It Hardly Even Counts, but they have Sir Elton, so it's just funny to hear the way she talks about him, and then all I have is that actor in my head, and I'm just like, so anyways, play on.
And it took place, to the infinite mortification of Mr. and Mrs. Churchill, enough to pursue her own will, and offered to take the whole charge of the little Frank soon after her decease. Some scruples and some reluctance the widower father may be supposed to Harriet Smith was the natural daughter of somebody. Somebody had placed her several years back in Mrs. Goddard's school, and somebody had lately raised her from the condition of scholar to that of parlor boarder. Compare their manner of carrying themselves, of walking.
It's 6:14 now, quite a bit later. I have some wine in a not seasonally appropriate glass. I got a lot of work done. I still have a few more things I'd like to get accomplished. Feeling a little bit tired. You know what would rejuvenate me? More Miss Boerne. I did, or The Well of Ascension. I did actually read some of this earlier, like the opening bit of a chapter. Duke, you wanna go outside with me? Standing by the door. He's ready. But I actually had to stop after this first little bit because I realized we were about to get into a lot of stuff. Like, we've now officially met and named this character that's been in the past, 200 pages that we didn't realize. Sanderson's also throwing us a lot of twists and curves with God is whispering things, or the character's crazy. We also haven't had a god like this mentioned. Could be related to people. I don't know what's going on. And that's why until I had the time I had to stop.
Look at that little puppy. Oh my goodness. Oh.
All right, my question's been kind of answered. He's confirmed crazy. That is the route we're going with it. That being said, it's a nuanced character. I'm actually kind of rooting for him. Kind of. They're posting a lot of interesting things because I'm rooting more for other characters. I have made a mistake. There are flies on my wine. This is horrible. Terrible. Be gone. Oh. Did he fly into the... What if I just drink it now? Chapter 19 now. Alright, new plan. Since no one in my family ever drinks white wine, and yet people bring it over and then we're left with white wine, I'm going to do something called Is This Sangria? In which I just put a whole bunch of stuff together. Hopefully it tastes good, and we can debate if it's sangria. Step 1. Fruit. Some raspberries. Mango. Some rum. Pineapple juice. And wine. Ta-da! Is it sangria? I guess more importantly, does it taste good? I never thought I'd say this. Might be too much rum. Good though. Duke is judging me. Yay! I love this character's point of view. I always like following Sazed, whose name I think is actually Sazed, but you know how when you get an impression of a name stuck in your head, It doesn't matter that the audiobook narrator reads it one way. He's forever going to be Sawzed to me. That sangria kicked my butt. I didn't even finish it. I was so tired. All I did was listen to Pride and Prejudice, and then I just like passed out. A good sangria, which I sent the picture over to the boyfriend. It still kind of looks like it, and he asked if there was butter in my sangria. I didn't realize that at the time the mangoes looked a little bit like butter. Specifically, like, do you see when it's floating like this one? Anyways, I thought it was hysterical. Also not butter. No butter sangria here. But I did get about an hour and 28 minutes of listening to Emma in yesterday. I think there are 2 7-hour plus videos. So the audiobook's like 14 or 15 hours. An hour and a half, you know, making progress. I'm trucking along. I had a dumb idea last night. Have I attempted it once before? I'm not in full. Not with vigor. I'm thinking about doing a 24-hour readathon to read the 5th season. I want it to actually be its own separate vlog the more I think about it, because I do that for all of our AuthorTube chat book club picks. And then, you know, it would still be part of the challenge, but I could do it separate. You know, the 24-hour write-a-thons never go super well. Or they do, I get a lot of words, but also that I'm exhausted after. But if it was like reading, I think it might be an interesting comparison. Am I just trying to find ways to talk myself into doing this? Yes. Can't do it today though. Today we actually have our AuthorTube chat for July. Can't do tomorrow. I have a meeting with a friend and a Patreon live stream. I could do it Thursday. Thursday would be good. Thursday would be a good day. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. It's gonna happen. Okay. Hey dude, you wanna go on a walk? Or do you want to go inside? Are you confused? Did I confuse you? Oh, good job, Ed. I do also need to return some library books. I like to check out too many at a time. Honestly, this is a habit. This is a pattern. But The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, Something Wicked This Way Comes, and Slaughterhouse 5, I still do really want to read, but I'm just not going to get to them by the time that they are up, and I've already renewed them once, so it's time to just accept defeat and take them back. Let's go.
Also interesting this week, Spotify makes another big move with Michelle Obama launching a podcast. You do have books that do have an overall arc over the series. They often have good sell-through and good read-through. And read-through is something, talking about paid ads, that authors are pretty obsessed with right now, because it's quite hard to make money with just one book by doing paid ads, say Amazon ads, BookBub ads, Facebook ads, read-through on multiple books. So, in fact, someone asked me the other day what I'm going to do now I can't travel so much.
Good morning, thanks for choosing Starbucks. This is Brittany. What can I get started for you today?
Yum!
So it's probably about 5 hours of writing if I'm on a 10,000 word day, but it can take all day to get there.
Yay. Well, that podcast had me feeling a little bit better about my failure of a 10K day. It actually had me feeling a lot better generally about how sometimes my writing ends up being an all-day affair. I'm trying to get away from that, but you know, it's always nice to hear someone say exactly how you feel. So, I got the Grande Nitro Cold Brew with sweet cream. Extra sweet cream, thanks to the Courtney Project. And I'm gonna try out their Impossible Sausage Sandwich, so that's breakfast. And I figure since I was just listening to a writing podcast that I should write first, right? Right? Trying to get my 500 words in for the day, minimum, in this project. That's what the asterisks should be. All right, I'm at 2:49, but Duke wanted to go outside. And he's so cute. So I'm actually gonna take this and join him. I did finish the sandwich. I'm now at 7:43, and that little puppy's so happy. I may have made a mistake as it's like extra humid outside in Texas today, but I got some mosquito bites from that short time I was outside, so They're only gonna get worse. Ouch. Okay, so I'm gonna try, and I spun too far, I'm gonna try and finish my closed project today and get them all done, which means it is time, I'm holding up my phone, I don't have it pulled up, it's time to return to Emma. Honestly, I also need to make my bed, but it has to get worse before it can get better, so. Oh, so do you see though? They are tempting me. Ugh, no, that's fine, I will listen to Emma.
And yet, it is not the style of a woman. No. I thought he meant to try his skill by his manner of declining it yesterday. I do think it is, without exception, the best charade I ever read. I never read one more to the purpose, certainly. It is as long again as almost all we have had before. I do not consider it so.
Okay, so the first time I heard this challenge for, I was about to call it BookTubeathon, for the reading rush, I didn't quite get the excitement or how cool it would be, but this is actually really fun. One, I have to say, Jane Austen, for me, is much better listening than reading on the page, because I kind of feel like I'm being told the gossip, just with the way that it's often like pages at a time of description and backstory, and then tons of dialogue. So like, I just like consuming it in this form better, but also all the stuff with Elton and then like the pictures and stuff, it's so funny to see how Clueless adapted that bit. I like it way more than I thought I would, so freaking kudos. Okay, let's get back to Emma. Helps if you actually tap the button. There we go.
Such things in general cannot be too short.
You know, it is long since between him and us. His brother, or anybody's claims on Isabella except his own. He sat musing a little while and then said, I do not see why poor Isabella should be obliged to go back so soon, though he does.
All right, I got some more words in, got some work done, checked some things off the list. One part of the birthday present that I bought myself is supposed to come in today, and I'm really excited. So I'm gonna swing by the store and pick up the ingredients to make a coffee cake cheesecake and see if I can't make that tonight. I'm excited, and along the way, guess what? We will continue to be listening to. Ta-da! You know, slow progress is still progress. Jamie says, I'm tolerating writing in small doses. We're happy for an hour, then we start hating each other. That's a good point. The love-hate cycle could be a very, very small cycle, a bigger cycle. All right, we just finished the author tube chat, and look what I found at the door. I am so excited. I'm actually going to put you on the cream cheese in order to open this package. Dun, 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 dun. Is it everything I ever wanted? The drama. Get out. Yeah. First off, I have my oil paints, so now I can pretend to be Bob Ross. Quarantine and lockdown has me trying all sorts of new hobbies finally. The first few months, not a lot of new hobbies, and now I'm like, we're gonna be in this for forever. So I should learn how to do stuff. Yay! Mini little springboard pans. I'm ready. Well, now the cheesecakes are officially in the oven. The only downside and what I should have thought about before I actually, did this was that they're gonna take 3 hours to bake. It's almost 9. Then 30 more minutes to just sit in the oven. You know whose bedtime is usually 9:30? Did I make a mistake? Yes. Did I happen to have a coupon for some cold brew and I decided to cave and buy it? Also, yes, is this fortuitous? I don't know, but now I have sustenance and I have Emma. Again, what a great angle for me this is. All right, I've crossed through a fair amount of my list that I wasn't expecting. I was watching on the Roku. Let's see how much time we have left. It's like an hour at least. I almost fell, oh no. So we're gonna do the other part of my donation stuff. Also, look at these big boys. Oh my gosh, they're overflowing. And I'm gonna go through my books again as well. It's always the worst part. Because here's what happened, right? So I had this entire bookshelf in the closet, but then I took that bookshelf over to the boyfriend's place and left it there so that I could have books there too. Just books everywhere is the answer. But that does mean that rather than just having books in the closet, I have books on the floor in the closet. So I just need to get rid of some stuff. That's what it is. And play.
Cried Emma.
Me? Not at all.
replied Mr. Knightley, rather displeased. I do not want to think ill of him. I should be as ready to acknowledge his merits as any other man. But she is so impatient to see them again, for till she married last October, she was never away from it.
Okay. It's the next day! At 8:30. Oh my god. At 8:30! I kind of just woke up. It's time to see how the cheesecakes turned out. Look at them up there. Ta-da! Yay! Now let's do the coffee icing. We have powdered sugar, some cold coffee, and some milk. And then we drizzle. Like kind of pooled, but it's fine. Got a little bit of everything. That's good. That's good. So that I'm not risking the mosquitoes again since it's overcast, I'm gonna read The Well of Ascension inside, but like, you know, sort of outside. Duke's outside. He's participating for me. No. I got my birthday present in! I'm so excited! It's only been the past like few years that I've decided to get myself a specific birthday present. Usually I just take myself to go get bubble tea and like peruse half-price books. But obviously as that's a little bit harder to do now, I was like, you know what? First off, the boxes are so cute, right? Right? Okay. Yay! Hello, it's me. Black. Y'all know how much I love my black nail polish. Woo! Ah. See, and this is the kind of present that just keeps on giving every time I paint my nails. I don't know why I always feel like I have to justify buying myself gifts. Anything that I want, I'm like, do you have a reason? I've been like this since I was a kid. This is not Reading Rush or Writing Vlog related, but you know what? It's fine. I was listening though to Emma while I was on my walk over to the mailbox, and it is now 12:57. I have about 30 minutes until my Patreon live stream, so I've been saving my Camp NaNoWriMo words until then, but got some other work done. I worked out. It's been a good day so far. The puppy has been chilling. And the plan is that I will get to go and see my bonus puppies later today. So, hooray.
Well-tied parcels of men's beavers and York tan were bringing down and displaying.
I think I'm actually gonna finish this one during the reading rush. And if by some magic I'm able to do my 24-hour readathon and finish the 5th season on Thursday, that would give me Friday, Saturday, and Sunday still to finish The Well of Ascension and Emma. I think I can do it. I think I can do it. Okay, it is time to enter the broadcast studio and add myself to the stream. Hooray! There's already people in the comments, yay! All right, we're in the middle of our first Pomodoro sprint. 136 words up, and I'm writing the battle sequence now. The battle sequence in the middle of the water off the coast of Boerne. I'm so excited. So it's gonna be a long one, but I gotta take it incrementally. All right, it is our 3rd sprint. Focus, focus. 955 words. So I'm actually going to switch over to my personal essays, and that's what I'm gonna work on for the final sprint. Woo! Yay! And Luke didn't post this time, yay! Beep, 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 beep. All right.
Richness of the cabbage and the bacon and your mum's Christmas peas. You know, right now I feel like Father Christmas just jumped down the chimney.
And for chapter 1.
Volume 3, Chapter 2.
I just finished my 24-hour readathon last night at like 2. So today I'm taking it easy. I'm gonna listen to the rest of Emma. I'm gonna make some cake balls. Is it the morning time? Yes. Am I gonna make them anyways? Yes.
Which she had always considered the ball as peculiarly for her. It was almost enough to make her think of marrying. Mrs. Elton had undoubtedly the advantage at this time. She had told no fortune might be proved to have made Harriet's. About a fortnight after the alarm, they came to a sufficient explanation, and quite undesignedly. Anna was not thinking of it at the moment.
Okay, I continue to think this is so fun because I remember this scene where Ty runs in with the box of stuff, the mementos that she'd kept from Elton. And then Cher is like kind of taken aback at the stuff that she kept. It literally happened. And then the scene where she confesses that she's into Josh. Anyways, it's interesting because I've heard a lot of people say that Clueless is a very loose adaptation of Emma, but like there's some scenes that they literally pulled like almost beat for beat and they just changed it to fit the time period instead. I'm a fan. That's what I'm saying. I'm a fan. This has made Emma much more enjoyable, and again, the audiobook version, so much better. So much better. Oh good, he's ready to come inside because I gotta go to the store.
Good job, buddy. Hi. Hi.
Oh, all right. I'm gonna head to our local Y. We have like a little free library thing. You know, usually like the take one, give one, where I'm just going to dump off all of these books. I still have the books in my closet that I need to go through, but you know, baby steps. Hopefully there's enough room for them. If there's not, I can take them to the library. I also need to pick up a book from the library. I need to buy some powdered sugar to finish the cake balls. And then I have a freebie from Starbucks. So I think that's the plan. I always feel like I'm forgetting something, but away we go.
Her comprehension was certainly more equal to the covert meaning, the superior intelligence of those 5 letters so arranged. She was evidently displeased, looked up, and seeing herself watched, blushed more deeply than he had ever perceived her.
It's tiny.
Mrs. Elton was very much disappointed. It was the delay of a great deal of pleasure and parade. Her introductions and recommendations must all wait, and every projected party be still only talked of. So she thought at first. Mr. Knightley had done all in his power for Mr. Woodhouse's entertainment. Books of engravings, drawers of medals, cameos, corals, shells, and every other family collection within his cabinets.
You were kept waiting at the door. I was quite ashamed. She might not bear to see herself. She could feel any right of preference herself. She submitted, therefore, and only questioned Miss Bates farther as to her niece's appetite and diet, which she longed to be able to assist. On that subject, poor Miss Bates was very unhappy and very communicative. She was his own Emma, by hand and word, when they returned into the house, and if he could have thought of Frank Churchill then, he might have deemed him a very good sort of fellow.
Yeah.
End of chapter 13.
They're together, yeah.
Volume 3.
Okay. So you can see I have like an hour and a half left. I'm gonna have a co-working session with my friend in about half an hour, and then I'm participating in my friend's live stream, and then I have a Google chat with some people. So this evening is gonna be busy, but I'm gonna try and get the nails done and the book done. Let me do black so that I can have a comparison. And I'm gonna use the protective peel, which should be interesting since usually I just get my polish all over me. Yay!
Same party round the same table, fancying you to have fathomed his secret. Natural enough, his own mind full of intrigue that he should suspect it in others.
Yay, thank you. Waiting for Emily. We're waiting. So I'm trying to get the editing done in this vlog. I downloaded some stuff from my website while I was chatting with my friend. I still need to get 500 words. I'm already in maps number 4, and I'm doing the rewrite of the first short story. So those are my goals for like the overall weekend as well, and finish the Discord for Patreon. So like, those are the main 5 things I got going on. So we're going to do some of the Pomodoros during this. I have this video pulled up. It's already way too long. It's fine.
Freshly rolled out of bed, look with the pajamas and...
We do like it, Emily. We love it.
Conniving at the comfortable persuasion of his being obliged to go to Randall's every day, or poor Mrs. Weston would be disappointed. They arrived. Mrs. Weston was alone in the drawing room. But hardly had they been told. But in spite of these deficiencies, the wishes, the hopes, the confidence, the predictions of the small band of true friends who witnessed the ceremony were fully answered in the perfect happiness of the union. End of chapter 19. End of Emma by Jane Austen.
Oh man, so one of the things that has really struck me, Jane Austen is so unforgiving in how she writes the characters. Like if a character is supposed to be annoying, it's not only the characters that are going to be annoyed by them, you the reader are going to be so annoyed by them. Like their actions and the characters' interactions absolutely match, but to a point that it often is painful for me at least. That's why the audiobook is so much more helpful than just like, oh, the dad would just go on these long tirades. Oh my gosh. Anyways. Overall though, very entertaining. I don't know if I need to get Audible or what, but there's something so nice about getting to listen to the audiobook. So I've always been a huge fan of podcasts. I still love my podcasts, but something about having this really long continuous story to look forward to, like not just reading rush related, but I listened way more than I usually do. And I loved it. I got more cleaning done. Any like random chore that needed to happen around the house that I normally would be like, I'll do it later. I was like, oh, I'll do it now and listen to my audiobook. I'm a fan. 10 out of 10. We'll do multiple times again. Yay. Poor little panic pup. All right, today is Sunday at 12:36 p.m. This is supposed to be the final day of the reading rush, so under any other circumstances, I would be freaking sprinting to finish the final bit of the Well of Ascension. I'm saying final bit. I'm not even halfway. It's fine, but I have a decent amount of work I need to get done. I'm supposed to be having a podcast with my brothers. I have some family responsibilities that I have to attend to, so it's just, I've accepted that there's not gonna be any more reading happening today, and I'm calling it. I'm calling it. I didn't manage to do any of the other video challenges, no attempting to dress like the book, no matching the book, but that's okay. I had so much fun with this anyways. I don't know that I ever would have read Emma were it not for this, even though I'd owned it, even though I've always wanted to try it. I think I just never would have given it that push. So this was great. This was great. I also want to say that, oh my God, okay. First off, spoiler because there is a separate vlog coming for this, but the 24-hour readathon crushed it. It didn't even take me 24 hours to read this entire book. And this is the important part, kind of. 449 pages in the 5th season, right? Okay. 449 plus Emma, 448 pages. And I said at the beginning of the vlog, on Well of Ascension, this is where I was at, right? Okay. On about page 168 or so now. Oh, hello, okay. And you see where I have my little dog here? Page 284. You know how many pages I read? Over 1,000 pages in 1 week. Yay, reading rush. Yeah. And then I also managed to get over 3,000 words in Meridian Maps number 4. And that doesn't include any of my freelance words, my short story revision words, anything like that. What a great freaking week. I have to paint my nails, which, can you see that? Isn't it beautiful? Yes, Holo, yes. I also started 2 new puzzles, did a little bit of my origami. It was a good week. Duke's happy. Please do comment down below. Let me know if you participated in the reading rush, what you read, did you have fun with it? What has your reading been like generally? If you participated in Camp NaNoWriMo, how is that going for you? Please do let me know if you personally find that these challenges help you or if they're kind of a hindrance. I have had sort of mixed feelings and mixed results with these sorts of things before, so that's why I think I really appreciated this one. Maybe because I'm kind of calling it early and just recognizing I'm done when I need to be done, but it helped. it helped. It's been great. So that's gonna be it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you especially to some of my new patrons this month. Emily Ives, Hillary Bush, Summer Salmon, Dacia Stuckey, Bailey Pepper, and Nicolette Huggins, and I will see you all very soon with the new video. Bye! I was, though, listening to Pride and Prejudice. Why do I keep calling it that? Oh man, I heard the way I said when then. Everyone makes fun of me for my... Anyways.